Hi, everybody. Here we are with our grammar homework. This is on page 30 and 31. The first page is about combining sentences. And we have combined sentences before. We put two short sentences together to make a new sentence by putting and between them. But in this case, we are combining sentences that either have the same subject or have the same predicate. The subject is who the sentence is about, and the predicate is telling us about that subject. What did they do? So usually the subject comes first, but not always. So what we're looking for here is to combine to make one sentence out of two sentences. And what we have to decide is if the subject is the same in both sentences or if the predicate is the same in both sentences. So here's our example. Henry forgot his homework. Henry forgot his lunch. So Henry is the subject in both of these sentences. So I'm not going to say Henry and Henry forgot his homework, forgot his lunch. That wouldn't make any sense. But I can start with Henry and then tell the two things that he forgot. Henry forgot his homework and his lunch. So the subject is the same here. We're going to combine the predicates. Sometimes it's going to be the other way around. For instance, number one, my sister plays soccer. My brother plays soccer. This is the subject, my sister, my brother. This is the predicate, plays soccer. Plays soccer. So the predicate is the same in both of these sentences. So we're going to combine the subjects to make a new sentence. My sister and my brother. This time we're not going to make it a capital because it's no longer the beginning of the sentence. My sister and my brother play soccer. Now I'm changing the verb because now I have two subjects. So my verb is no longer going to be the singular plays, but it's the two of them play soccer. The puppy was hungry. The puppy was thirsty. So here our subject is the same. The predicate is changed. So we're going to combine the two predicates and we're going to say the puppy, the puppy was hungry and thirsty. The puppy was hungry and thirsty. Now, because the subject has not changed, the verb doesn't have to change. The verb is only going to change if we're changing the subject. Forgot is what we used in both of those examples too. Okay, so only when the subject changes do we need to use a different verb. Jorge wore a red hat. Jorge wore a red sweater. The only thing that's changed here is hat to sweater. So I think we can keep all the rest of it. Jorge wore a red hat and sweater. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and put red in, you still could. Jorge wore a red hat and a red sweater. But this is telling us the same information with fewer words. Jorge wore a red hat and sweater. My dad has a new rake. My dad has a new shovel. Again, the whole first part is the same. It's only that last word that's changing. So my dad has a new rake and shovel. And again, if you wanted to put new in again, you could. Has a new rake and a new shovel. You could. But it's not necessary. That adjective can describe both of those words, just like red hat and sweater. Finally, we have Zoe opened the door, Zoe opened the window. So the subject is the same. Zoe opened the door and the window. So we've combined the rest of the sentence, and all we're doing is making this predicate compound. Compound means putting two together. So a compound word is two words that come together to make a new word. A compound sentence, two sentences that come together to make a new sentence. In this case, we are either doing a compound subject, my sister and my brother, two people included in that subject, or a compound predicate. The puppy was hungry and thirsty. Jorge wore a red hat and sweater, a new rake and shovel. We're combining the predicate. There is a compound predicate or a compound subject. The only reason to do this is to make your writing more interesting. It it just sounds repetitive. Henry forgot his homework. Henry forgot his lunch. My sister plays soccer. My brother plays soccer. It gets more boring. We want our writing to be interesting. So we're combining it to use fewer words and less repetition. Okay, if you need to pause to catch up, go ahead and do that here. I'm going to move on to the second page. Our second page today is different than the first page. We're talking about adjectives. So adjectives are words that talk about nouns or pronouns. They describe what it looks like. It's a sensory word. So what it looks like, smells like, tastes like, feels like, sounds like. It can talk about how big something is, the size, the color, how many, the number it is, or what kind of thing. It answers the question, which one? So the dog jumped over the fence. Which dog? The brown dog jumped over the fence. Alex was carrying packages. What were those packages? Which packages? The huge packages. Alex was carrying huge packages. It's going to describe a noun, always describing a noun or pronoun. Underline the adjectives in each sentence. Circle the noun it describes. Elisa wore blue shoes to school today. Elisa wore blue shoes to school today. So we do have a few nouns. We only have one adjective. Remember, the adjective is about size, color, how many, what kind. So blue is going to be the adjective. So what does blue describe? Is Elisa blue, the shoes blue, or the school blue? It's the shoes. Now, usually an adjective will come right in front of the noun in English. The adjective comes right in front of the noun. Doesn't always, because sometimes we use the word is and the adjective will come after that. Elena makes delicious meals. There's only one adjective in this sentence. Delicious. And what is delicious describing? What's delicious? Elena or meals? Easy, meals. Everyone was excited about meeting new friends. So here's one, excited. You're excited. Who is excited? Everyone. About meeting new friends. New. And what are new? The friends. Good. Elliot planted yellow flowers. Yellow is our adjective. Flowers is the noun it's describing. Alyssa draws beautiful pictures. Good. Beautiful pictures. Andrew collects old coins. Old coins. My dog doesn't like loud storms. What does it look like? Sound like? Yeah, loud. What's loud? The storms. Jonas drew colorful drawings. Colorful drawings. I love rainy days. What kind of days? Rainy days. Liam brought red apples. What did they look like? Red apples. Excellent work today. If you need to pause to catch up, that's fine. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.